Torts met the media this morning. Take a listen. He started by, well, with a statement of regret. Here's Torts.
I apologize first and foremost to the players in the situation I put them in, to the organization with my stupidity, to the league. It's been embarrassing, and not just for me, but for everybody around me in the situation that has occurred here. So I'm not going to spend any more time on this. What's happened with it was deserved, and I hope it makes me a better coach, but it certainly doesn't stop the situations. I've put a lot of people in, my other coaches. It hasn't been a great 2 weeks. It's been very embarrassing for my family, myself, and more importantly, everybody else around me that I'm supposed to represent. And so I just want to be able to give you my feelings on that. I'm not going to answer a bunch of questions on it. I want to move by it. I think too much focus is put on this. We need to worry about our hockey club right now, so I hope you can respect that. Now I'll answer. You're asking me questions about it now, and I'm not going to answer questions. I did let them down, but I'd rather move on to our team, the game tonight. Whatever you want to ask me about that, I will answer. But as far as the nonsense that I caused, I just want to move by it. I think we need to right now for our team.
Will you be able to step back in seamlessly, John, after being out this time? The coach will be an easy transition right back in?
Yeah. I mean, we've had our meetings this morning. We have a long list of things that we need to improve at, and we're trying to get some things straightened out. Yeah. So. I'm looking forward to be back with them.
You saw your team obviously from a different perspective the last couple of weeks. Did you learn anything new about them? Yeah, we have some things to work on, and a lot of it's not just on the ice. A lot of it's mental, and it's not the famous word confidence. It's I look at it a little bit the other way. I think we need to develop more consistently a mental toughness about a lot of things we do. I watched us in December go through situations, and we handled situations. I look at us in January, we're a different hockey club. So quite honestly, we need to start over in the mental part of the game, and that was a big part of our meeting this morning. We've got good people here. And we need to try to get well pretty quickly in a lot of different things that we do as a hockey club. Henrik Sedin skated yesterday. Have your trainers given you any update on the status of your captain?
No, he practiced the first full practice yesterday, and he's skating now. I'll know more after the skate.
You're very passionate, man. How hard was it to watch for the last few weeks?
Yeah, it's not where I'm supposed to be. I'm responsible for a lot of different things with the team. I was not able to do my job and put other people in a precarious situation. And I'm glad I'm back with our guys. I'm looking forward to try to grow more as a coach with them, and more importantly, get our team, us growing together again to be a competitive team. Right now we're not.
Do you in any way think this hinders your ability to sort of preach discipline to your team?
No.
Not being a competitive team, were you disappointed with what you saw in those 6 games?
Not in everything, but in the overall picture, I just think we're off the rails, and in a lot of different aspects, and we need to get on the rails. It's not just our power play or whatever. There's a number of things. We have forgotten how to defend, and no matter what's going wrong with your team offensively, to have any chance of competing, you need to defend, and we're not defending, and we have. I've seen this team defend and play the right way. I just don't think we've played the right way. I think we will. And that's part of the coach's responsibility. And I'll tell you right now, the coaches are in this too with them. obviously we have not done a good enough job in teaching the details of defending, teaching the details of situational play all through our games. So we have to give some skin here also, and the coaches know it. Plenty of hockey left to be played. We've allowed a lot of other teams come back into the picture here to make it more of a battle, but we need to face it head on and not be too intellectual about this. It's right there in front of us, what's happening with our club. We need to straighten it out ourselves in our room, not from outside stuff, but from within our room, and that includes the coaches. We have not done a good enough job.
The defense obviously is a little beat up right now. How big a challenge is it having to go with 5 lefties, 1 right?
Yeah, and realistically, we're a beat-up club, but it's an unforgiving league. Teams smell the blood when you're in this type of situation. You got to figure out some way, from the coaching staff right on down, to steady it when we're going through this type of situation with the amount of injuries that we do have, and that's our responsibility.
How eager and sad is it, just relief is it to be back with this day?
Well, this is what I do. This is my job, and again, I don't want to get too deep into it. I've let a lot of people down. I have to make amends here by getting back at this where I belong, and be with these guys to try to help. I certainly didn't help matters for this hockey club and organization and area in Vancouver in my actions.
Is Mike in a tough spot carrying out your message to the players translating?
It is in this type of situation, the way this team's playing, it's a terrible spot for the 2 assistant coaches. I don't consider them assistant coaches, but it's funny how it works when there is a little bit of a title involved as a head coach, no matter who the person is. It's difficult. Assistant coaches have different relationships with players. You can't expect Michael and Gully to come in here and push the way I think our team needs to be pushed right now in their situation. Do they want to? Did they want to? Were they frustrated? Yeah, but and that falls on me. It is that's a scar that I have. And I need to find some way to help out here. Again, bottom line, to get our team back on the rails.
Obviously, January hasn't been a kind month for this club, and you talk about getting on the rails again. How hard is that to do after saying it?
Yeah, well, it's easy to talk about it. We have to, and I do. In my mind, as I sat there watching them and not being able to talk to them, I do believe we need to. It's almost starting over in the details of it. You get lost sometimes, and we look like that team. I don't think we are that team. I have seen us play much better. It will not happen overnight. Especially, and I'm not using it as an excuse because everybody goes through them. We do have a lot of injuries, and quite honestly, we have some guys playing minutes that shouldn't be playing these type of minutes. And but we have to find a way. That's all it is. It's the world we live in right now as the Vancouver Canucks. We have to try to find a way to at least be playing the right way. You may not win. You may have some struggles still, but I don't think we're playing the right way, and we need to get back to that.
Again, I go back to the passionate man that you are. Will it be like, will you be a less passionate man on the bench?
No. I'm going to be who I am. I just can't go off the rails as I did, and off the rails I was off the country. Yeah, but I am. I think our team needs to be pushed. I do, but pushing, everybody takes that sometimes the wrong way. We need a mental push. We need to develop some skin mentally, and we have not done that consistently enough. We've done it during the year, but certainly not consistently enough through the first few months here.
That was John Tortorella, head coach of the Vancouver Canucks, this morning from Detroit. A lengthy session with the media, which of course started with his thoughts and comments on a 15-day suspension. He talked about my stupidity. He used the word embarrassing, nonsense, Now says he wants to move on and hopes that it makes him a better coach. He said he let down the players. He acknowledged embarrassing the league. And then we moved on to the Canucks, the team as it stands right now. And boy, he had some tough words for the group as well, including a need to develop a mental toughness. We're off the rails, he said, forgotten how to defend. They haven't done a good job coaching. And he noted that, yes, they have allowed teams to get back in the Western Conference playoff race. It's the subject of our poll question today, Craftsman Collision poll question. Craftsman Collision, winner of the Georgia Strait Best of Vancouver Award 6 years in a row. Air miles, bigger smiles. Kind of torts do we see the rest of the year? A kinder, gentler torts or a feistier, angrier torts? Log on to teamradio.ca to cast your vote. We'll take the break here. Back on the other side with the welcome mat